Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. So I've been busting my hump to try to get outdoor work around the workshop here done before the winter gets to us and outdoor work becomes miserable. And I figured before I do much more inside or outside, I should show you what I've done so far and what my plans are, so we'll have a good before and after. I'd like to have that, and hopefully you guys will be interested also. So let me show you what we have and what we're at and what we're gonna do. So I guess we'll just start with the front of the workshop here. You can see got two large bay doors, two walk doors, as well as a rolling door. If you can see where the floodlight is right over there, right above the power meter, that is the end of the original building. It was originally a 60 by 40 building, and then they had another 40-foot addition built off of the end of it. So total it is a 40 by 100 building, which I'm super happy about. It gives me lots of space, be able to do everything I need to do. Not to mention, I have my own separate entrance to the road. So people coming here to pick up parts. If I sell parts again, people dropping off vehicles, picking up vehicles, whatever the case may be, they don't need to go near my house, which makes me happy, makes my wife happy. We like to have our privacy, and one of the things that we didn't like about our old house was the fact that people had to come up our home driveway to get to my workshop. So we won't have that anymore. Sorry about the wind, guys. Now something else I've been working on out here is, I don't remember if I showed you before, but all of this field here on the side and all the way back around the back of the property here was all enclosed with electrified wire fence. Previous owner had donkeys and miniature horses that they used all of this as pasture for. Well, we're not going to have any livestock, and that wire fence, I've seen and heard horror stories of kids riding go-karts and dirt bikes and other things and running into that stuff by accident, and just, we don't need it. So it saves me some stress. It makes us all feel better. It actually made the property look a lot more open and large by getting rid of all that fence. So I did that earlier this week. I pulled up all the posts, I coiled up all the wire, I removed all the gates that they had in various places to let the animals move about or not move about, and got that taken care of. So that's all wide open now. I feel a lot better, and like I said, it made the place feel a lot bigger, which is awesome. We've got first bit of outdoor covered storage here. This is all the way at the end of the building. I've got my white 2002 in here right now, and it's loaded down with all the wire from the fence and the gates that I removed because we won't be using them. Back in the corner, I have my new air compressor. I've actually had this compressor for close to a year, and previous house we had tried to buy did not work out, so this place had been bought for that, or this compressor had been bought for that, and has been sitting in my garage since then. Now it's here. I had electricians out a couple weeks ago, and they ran power for my compressor. They also added some lights out here so I can see at night. And this space, I don't have much other plan for it, except it is currently gravel floor. I want to get the gravel out, and I want to get concrete poured out here. That'll give me a good hard surface if I ever need it, a little additional workspace, but for the most part, I just plan on this being storage space for a vehicle or two, or maybe the tractor, and the home for the air compressor. I can't tell you guys how excited I am to have the air compressor not in my actual workspace. So when I'm using air, I don't have to listen to that compressor running all the time. So that brings us to, let's get inside and I'll show you some stuff. So inside, I showed you this part before, but this is what the previous owner was using as workshop. It's about 40 by 40. And by my math, 12-foot ceilings, which is high enough for a lift. And in my plans, I want to have 2 lifts in here. I've also brought my waste oil furnace. I finally get to use this thing. I bought it close to a year ago. The electricians ran the wiring so I can get it hooked up and get the flue pipe run and be able to fire that thing up. And not only dispose of my used oils, but keep my workshop warm in the winter. So I'm really excited about that. They also, while they were here, I had the electricians run power. There's 1 outlet on this post for my welder, 1 outlet on this post for my welder. Those are run, so with the 20-foot extension cord I have, I'll be able to move the welder around and weld anywhere in the workshop. I'm excited about that too. Now, as far as plans out here, this space, I do want to get it fully insulated. So spray foam on the walls, and then plywood floor to ceiling. I'm thinking 1/2-inch plywood. It'll be good and durable. If I bump into it, bang into it by accident, I can hang stuff on it if I want to, and basically just shouldn't have to worry about it. Won't be the cheapest option, but I think it will be the most long-term good plan option. The lighting I think will be sufficient once I get all of them converted to LED lights like I have up here already. So I don't need to mess with that too much. And then this side, I think that's going to be it. But that brings me to the big project, which is removing this wall. The previous owner worked on tractors, so he really didn't need the full width of the door to work on what he was working on. I do. Having this wall that close to that door makes it more or less impossible to pull a vehicle in and get out of the vehicle. So this wall is going to go away. Over here, the stables of the previous owner are going to go away. We'll carry the ceiling all the way across to what used to be the exterior wall of the original building. And then remove all the dirt and gravel and animal poop and whatever all of this is. And it'll be concrete. So we'll have this same concrete floor all the way across to the original end of the building. That'll give me, what? It's a 60 by 40 concrete floor workspace, which is plenty of room for what I do. I want to have 2 two-post lifts out here. That way, if I have something on one that doesn't go to plan, I still have another lift for other jobs that need to get done. So they'll come, but not until I get this wall removed, get these stables removed, and get concrete poured throughout this whole space. They did concrete this little spot, and I guess because animals, they left all of this, it's just gravel underneath the straw and poop and whatever else. So we'll get that done. A lot of this wood appears to be in good condition, so I do want to try to salvage and repurpose some of it to turn this space, the footprint that they already have in concrete, into a small office for myself. I want to have a place to do my bookkeeping, to do my video editing that is out here in my workspace, my area, and hopefully not be interrupted too much. So that is the only space out here that won't be usable workspaces. Well, vehicle usable workspace will be that small office space. Otherwise, all big, wide open workshop space. Another thing I'm super excited about down here, there is water down here. I do want to add a hot water heater and a slop sink, so at the very least I can wash my hands. Maybe in the future get really aggressive, or not aggressive, but really treat myself to an actual bathroom out here. But for the time being, it's not a far walk to the house if I need the bathroom. But just being able to actually wash my hands in the workshop or get water to fill radiators or whatever else in the workshop is huge. Game changer for me. I'm super excited about it. This, I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of door. I don't know if I'll do a big sliding door or what, because this portion, I do not need heated, climate controlled, etc. I plan on mostly just using it for vehicle storage of my nicer vehicles. Right now I've got my two single cab short bed Silverados and my black Trailblazer out here. Finally have a place to park them out of the weather, which I'm excited about. I do have room that I can fit my Trans Am out here also, once I get unpacked and moved around and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to be able to keep some of my nicer vehicles undercover, away from animals, rodents, it's things like that. And this side also will be nice to be able to use as like a wash bay for cleaning, detailing my cars, vehicles, things like that. So I'm excited about this also. This space is about 40 by 40. So lots of room out here, guys. I don't think I'm gonna make any other changes over here other than, like I said, figuring out some kind of door over this opening. And I wanna get some better lighting. The two little neons are not sufficient, so I wanna get some better lighting out here. There is a roll-up door at the back and a sliding door at the front too, so this could even be a pull-through bay once I get the grading out back done. I've spent a lot of time over the last week or two just trying to get outside stuff done before the weather turns to real garbage, and just picking up all the clutter and stuff left laying around from the previous owners. So this week coming up, I think, is when the real changes are going to start to happen. The cleanup, the tidy up is pretty much done. Now it's time to start changing, fixing, and improving. The other thing to show you here is I have a bit more covered storage. Come out my other walk door here on the end. And you can see the field. This was fence line straight down here to the back and around. All that fence is gone. It's already made the place feel so much better. This is where I said I need to do a bit more grading, get some fill brought in so I can make this more gradual, actually like drivable with a vehicle. But then I have more covered storage in the back. Like I said, previous owner kept animals. I think they use this as like outdoor stable space or something. I don't really know. I don't know enough about keeping donkeys and miniature horses to know exactly how all this stuff works. But I know what I don't need. And I already removed the gates out here. They had 3 or 4 gates. They had a couple other little fancy things. I hauled all that junk out. I still need to get rid of this wire fence and 2x4 barrier along here, but otherwise, this space is just gonna get a little bit of grading, get all the animal poop and wood chips and straw scraped out, and then probably some fresh gravel brought in because I do want to store vehicles out here also. This door is going to get covered over, just be plain wall. This door is going to be turned into a normal person walk door. And this is it. I can fit 3 full-size vehicles under here. So again, more space to keep my stuff out of the elements if I want to. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I need to tell you guys about this place. It gives us a good before, and hopefully in a month or two we'll be looking at the after. It's a good bit of work, but I'm a pretty industrious fellow, especially when I'm motivated, and I'm excited. I'm excited to turn this place into my vision of a workshop and do some more cool projects out here. If you have some ideas, or you can think of something that I may not have thought of that you think would be a good idea, leave it down in the comments for me. And I appreciate all of you all watching. Till the next video, everybody. Hopefully next week I'll have some progress to show you. But yeah, till the next video, take care.